Hello everyone, hope you guys are having a good Thursday. And welcome to Lab Group number 7's presentation over the giant golden crown flying fox, also known as Acerodon jubatus. Within our group, the members who made this presentation are presenting it right now are Brittany Rios, Sam Morton, Hattie Largent, Sam Lutis, and me, your narrator, Abby Hurt. So for our taxonomic classification of our giant flying fox here, we have the basic classifications of a mammal, which are the kingdoms Animalia, the phylums Chordata, the classes Mammalia. When we get to our order of Chiroptera, we have our order of bats here, which is what our overall presentation of our lab group today is doing. So after order, we have our family Tetrapodidae, which is our megabats, which we'll get into descriptions of what makes a megabat a little later when we talk about characteristics of our giant golden crown flying fox that you see right here. And then we have our genus Acerodon, which the genus Acerodon has 5 species of megabats, which are all native to forests within Southeast Asia, and they are all Old World fruit bats. And then finally we have the species name of the bat we are studying today, which is Acerodon jubatus, or the giant golden crown flying fox. By observing some presentations online compared to ones in class, we noticed they're not as fun since you can't see people's faces and reactions and stuff like that. So throughout our presentation we had some little bit of fun little jokes here and there just to make it a little more enjoyable and try to keep people's attention a bit better. So here we got some stuff over bat grooming. So moving on to the physical description and appearance of our golden crown flying fox. So this species is one of the largest in the world, with an adult wingspan of 5.5 feet and an average weight of an adult of 2.5 to 3.1 pounds. The golden crown flying fox has a distinct golden pledge between the eyes that extends down to the nape of the neck, and the rest of the pledge is a black color with an almost maroon shade on the back, which hints from the name how we get the golden crown flying fox. So looking into the evolutionary history and phylogeny of our golden crown flying foxes. So this species is a megabat, sometimes referred to also as an old world fruit bat. These bats are in the family Tetrapodidae, which there are 2 genera of. The first being Acerodon, which the species we're studying currently resides in, and the other species being Tetrapus. Little is known about the evolutionary history of this group of bats due to the lack of decent fossil records for this species. Because this species is found in tropical areas, fossils do not preserve well, making it difficult to study. With the use of DNA analysis from extant species and computational phylogenetics, it is estimated that the family Tetrapodidae split from Rhinophilidae superfamily approximately 58 Maya, with the ancestors of extant species developing approximately 31 Maya ago. Megabats have a reduced uropatagium when compared to other bat species. The term uropatagium in this context refers to the membrane between the bat's thighs, which commonly includes the tail. This is illustrated in the figure below, with A showing the uropatagium of the Tetrapodia family. Along with a reduced uropatagium, members from this group of bats have greatly reduced, and in some cases, absent tails. The distribution and range of the flying fox is very specialized because these guys are endemic to the Philippines, with 2 dense populations found in Mintiam and Mindanao. The giant golden crown flying fox is very dependent on the rainforest they inhabit for their food source and will travel great distances from their roosts to find the preferred food they feed on. They primarily roost within deep caves, but also within large trees that are found in the rainforest. High-quality primary forest growth is the preferred habitat for the foraging that this species needs, but widespread secondary forests with a large amount of vegetative diversity and a very, very large space have also worked as a good habitat for these guys since they can travel such far distance to find food due to their size. So right here you guys are looking at the map of the Philippines right now, with those 2 circles being the locations that the bats will primarily inhabit. And then you see a little section of islands to the side that also have had and currently have populations on them. These guys' ecological role is very specialized because of their diet. So you guys are herbivores. To focus more on that, frugivores. So these guys primarily feed on fruit, especially figs. That is their preferred diet item. But will feed on any fruit. They primarily go around riverbeds to find their food because it's easier to visualize the fruit they're looking for, or at least that's what researchers believe. These guys spread seeds of the fruit they eat through their dung, but will also spit out larger pits from the figs and other fruit trees that they eat from, and that will spread seeds throughout the forest. Their dung is also a very good fertilizer for the plants in the understory and on the forest floor. They are also the primary pollinator for the fruit trees that they feed on, and one of the main pollinators in that region. And while these guys are a very large bat and not commonly preyed upon by predators, since they are so large, if a predator does get them, they're a very costly meal. The guys are very, very good if they're fed on and would give that predator energy for extended periods of time. So the raptors that do feed on them and the large reptiles, like the reticulated python found within the rainforest that the guys inhabit, these guys could be a very good food source for them. The giant golden-crowned flying fox is generally a nocturnal animal similar to other bats and forages primarily at night. This animal can fly very large distances of up to 40 kilometers per night when looking for food. During the season when fruits are available, these animals often gather in large colonies of up to 150,000 individuals, typically in areas with a large abundance of fruits. Living in these large aggregations, individuals can warm up and escape predators. They not only form colonies of conspecifics, but also occur in mixed concentrations with the Malaysian flying foxes. The giant golden-crowned flying fox rests in characteristic upside-down positions. The well-developed eyesight that these bats have helps them navigate the environment as well as detect food. This is opposed to other bats which mainly use echolocation to find the food they rely on. The giant golden-crowned flying foxes typically occur in isolated populations, and thus the reproductive systems and behavior of these species are poorly known. However, it is known that other flying fox species exhibit polygamous mating systems, in which males mate with many females during a breeding season. These bats are thought to have 2 breeding seasons per year, but each female produces offspring only once a year. Neither at the exact time of breeding seasons nor duration of pregnancy is known. Females generally give birth in April to spring, yielding a single baby which clings to the fur of its mother with its claws. The mother will care for its pup, lactating as well as fanning the baby with her wings to keep the baby cool. Female bats reach sexual maturity at the age of 2. So this species' current conservation status and efforts, they are currently considered to be endangered, meaning that they are high risk for extinction. They are in the category because the population has decreased over 50% from the last 30 years in estimation. The Philippine Wildlife Act protects Acerodon jubatus under CITES. Land and water protection, species management, and education have all been implemented in order to conserve this species. Although they are a protected species, low enforcement seems to actually occur. On the graph shown earlier, the red representation area of the extinction with the yellow representing the area of the extent. Current threats to the population include habitat degradation, which occurred through urban development and logging, human disturbance occurring by hunting, trapping, and even competition between the humans for their food sources. Thanks for hanging in there, guys, and listening to our presentations over bats and my very rough pronunciation of scientific names. And then finally, here's our reference slide from where we got our information from. Thank you guys for watching and hope you guys have a good day. And don't forget to take that quiz.